Everybody, Dr. Eric Hahn here from Oasis Chiropractic. Today I'm talking to Nicole, and we're talking about running, and Nicole is one of our runners that comes in and gets adjusted. And so you and your husband run pretty much, how often would you say?
Pretty much 6 or 7 days a week.
Okay. How many miles would you say you put on in a week?
Oh, in a week, anywhere between 30 to 50 miles, depending on if we're training for a marathon or for Ragnar, or if we've got a big race coming up.
And in chiropractic, we see a lot of runners. What are some of the injuries that you or your husband have had?
Runner's knee is a big one. My husband's been hit with that a few times during his marathons. Ankle issues, hip issues for me. Hip flexor, I pulled that at for a marathon that I did. And then just low back, really just tight.
So when we're working with people in chiropractic, specifically runners, one of the most common reasons we see why people stop running is because they're getting injured, whether it's a knee or hip or a foot. So typically we'll check the foot, the knee, the hip, the back, all together when we're adjusting people that are running. And so what we see is that every time you step, if your foot is not lined up, if you don't have the right arch in there, it collapses, which is they're going to twist the knee in, and then that pulls on the hip and pulls on the back. So what we'll do is align the bones in the foot, help with that arch. We're going to line up the bones in the knee. It takes a lot of the pressure off. It's going to allow the knee to heal a lot faster, and then that allows the back to work better. So if you've been running, especially if you're having any of these chronic issues, I would highly recommend coming in and getting checked out. One of the other things we'll evaluate you for is, do you need some type of arch support or orthotic? We have the ability to use simple custom-made orthotics, or we can get you more fancy ones where we actually take a mold of your foot. So again, if you haven't been to the chiropractor before, if you're running, I would highly recommend it. Any advice you can tell people with running?
Honestly, the same advice. If you're running and you chronically have the same, even if your ankle is swelling up, or if your foot is having issues, or if your knee is swelling up, you need to get into a chiropractor, make sure that everything's aligned, and you'll make running a lot funner.